was bringing in drugs from LA. They said they took that information, did some digging, and turned it into intelligence and ultimately a big narcotic seizure. 3 women are behind bars after a major drug bust at Detroit Metro Airport. Working off of a tip, airport authority officers approached Dekeisha Woods, Trinice Carter, and Lakeisha Johnson after they got off of a Delta flight from LA last Thursday. A K-9 got a positive hit on their bags. Inside, 65 pounds of methamphetamine and 3 pounds of cocaine.
To date, this has been our largest narcotic seizure.
Ted Sturdivant, VP of Public Safety at the airport, says the drug's street value is more than $1 million.
That's not chump change in the streets or off the streets.
Sturdivant says the women told officers during interrogation they thought they had marijuana in their bags, not cocaine or meth. The women, who are all related, were arrested and charged with 2 counts of possession with intent to distribute, felonies that can lead to lengthy prison sentences. The drugs were in checked bags, which TSA agents normally screen. We asked how it could have been missed going through security at LAX.
Well, that's part of our investigation process to determine that.
Sturdivant says the women had a layover in Detroit and were headed to Memphis, Tennessee. His team is now in contact with police departments in the Mid-South.
We're working our end of the investigation. And by doing that, we're contacting various law enforcement agencies and not just resting on the fact that we had this particular seizure, but trying to determine, is there anything else that potentially could be linked to this? Because part of our interdiction efforts at the airport is vital in reducing the flow of illegal narcotics or narcotics proceeds, or disrupting or dismantling, criminal enterprises.
And guys, at last check, all 3 women were still being held at the Wayne County Jail. Each of them were given a $3,000 cash bond.
Okay, so y'all just heard that right there. And shout out to Tawana Cook for posting that story in the Discord. Listen, who remembers the show The Proud Family? Remember the Gross Sisters? Y'all can't tell me that these are not the Gross Sisters grown up in real life. They ain't blue no more, but they still gross. Now my biggest takeaway from this, that leads to my question, is how in the world did they not know that which was not what? I mean, sorry, let me rephrase that. How did they not know what was in the suitcases? So you just taking random stuff across, the country and just don't know what it is. I know in some cases they'll probably tell you don't open it up, don't ask any questions, just take it and deliver it. But I find it very hard to believe they didn't know what the contents was in there. They actually thought that was a bunch of marijuana, which they would have still busted them for it anyway, because you know how they are. They would have still got them for it regardless, even if that was weed. So they were at a double, like pretty much at a dead end anyway. But it was worse than that. It was a bunch of heavier narcotics. I mean, just look at them. I would automatically thought they were suspicious right off the gate, right from jump. And I don't know why people think that they can transport these type of drugs on commercial flights. Usually when people do these kind of transactions like this, they like to have them travel through a non-commercial flight or anywhere that doesn't land at a major airport where there are K-9 units there that have a very good nose when they're sniffing things out. They're trained to sniff for drugs. They just stupid. Let's just be honest here. All 3 of these individuals that you see in this picture are dumb as hell. They do look like they do not know what 2 + 2 is. I'm gonna just be honest. They knew exactly what they were out there doing in LA. They knew exactly what they were transporting. I don't believe for 1 second they thought that this was some marijuana. It's no way. And then to top it all off, I don't know if I should even say this. Let me continue. 65 pounds of meth and 3 pounds of cocaine at the airport. That's a lot. When you're weighing drugs like that, that's a lot. And that's another way. I think that's another factor they take in when it comes to a prison sentence, is how much of those drugs did you have with you when you were busted. That's a lot. 65 pounds of meth. I'm still stuck on them thinking that they thought that this was cocaine that they were transporting. It's no way. It is no way. Because all they got to do is find out who did they get their supply from. And that's like transporting weed. I mean, I know they say in California they have some of the best, but come on now. But anyway, these three are some idiots. That's all I can say. Should they be end up in jail? They'll be there for quite some time, and it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you go ahead and hit that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live.